I've had the unique privilege of being the pastor to Dean Smith for right at 30 years and to being his friend for 55 years. And when we first heard that Dean Smith was seriously ill, we didn't want to believe it. And we kept hoping that there would be evidence of a recovery. But as the weeks became months, and the months became years, we knew that the end of his life was approaching. It has been a long, long goodbye. And I'm sure you will join with me in thanking the members of his family and all of those who gave him good, loving care for such a long, long time. What a wonderful tribute to have this huge crowd here today to honor his memory. But Dean was an extraordinarily humble man. He was known for his humility in giving other people the thanks and attention. And if he could have anticipated this gathering today, I think there's a good chance he might have said, "Don't do it." But this gathering was not for Dean. This gathering was for us. He didn't need it, but we needed it. You and I needed it. Whether we were close to him or whether we knew him at a great distance. Indeed, he touched the lives of millions of people, many of whom are watching television at this moment. We are feeling a sense of grief because we know they will never see Dean on this court again. And we know that there are few people who ever measure up to his stature and standards. There are few people who will ever leave such a memorable legacy. And so on this occasion, grief is an appropriate emotion. The ability to grieve is a gift of God. It is a way to cope with our sense of loss. Grief has healing power. It enables us to turn our thoughts to the future and adapt to new situations and gradually function again normally now that he's gone. In short, we're here to begin a new tomorrow. And gatherings like this are intended to help us move from grief to gratitude. The mood of thanksgiving should emerge as we recall how this stalwart man has influenced so many people and sowed such wonderful memories that will stay with us as long as we live. How then shall we best remember him? Dare we hold up our lives against this man's life as we see his virtues, his values, his goodness, his generosity, his kindness to everyone. My friends, we honor Dean Smith when we support the civil rights for every human being. We honor his memory by never allowing athletics to eclipse academics. And of course, every time we enter this building, we will think of Dean Smith. Sorry, we'll also think of you. I predict that it will never be called the Smith Center, but will be called Dean's Dome. The place where his remarkable skill and strategy with the game of basketball will never, never be forgotten. And so I would say to you in closing that I hope your heart is beginning to be filled with gratitude, overcoming your grief as we make our exit from this magnificent building. How many of you know that there's something very important that's going to occur later on this week? If you do, raise your hand. I don't see many hands. Well, yes, Dean Smith's birthday is this coming Saturday, the 28th of February, this very week. Were he still in our midst, I have a birthday card that I would have sent to him, and the message is this: treasured and trusted with a heart that's true. No wonder we celebrate that God gave us you. Now will you stand with me for a moment of silence and receive the benediction. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you peace in your going out and in your coming in your lying down and in your rising up, in your labor and in your leisure, in your laughter and in your tears, from this time forth and forevermore. Amen.